My girlfriend upgraded our European vacation without asking me, so I upgraded my plans without telling her. I still can't believe I'm writing this, but here we are. I really need to get this out before I lose my mind. Some background. I'm an engineer, been with my girlfriend Ella for about 8 months. She works in PR, super social media focused, really into the whole aesthetic lifestyle thing. Different from me, but I thought we balanced each other out. I'm the planner, she's the spontaneous one. Seemed to work. After 8 months, we decided to take our first big trip together, 2 weeks in Europe. I was actually excited about this. I spent weeks planning everything. I'm talking spreadsheets, restaurant reservations, booking tickets for museums months in advance to skip lines. I found these really nice boutique hotels, not luxury but solid 4-star places with character, good locations, reasonable prices. I showed Ella everything as I booked it. She seemed happy, made some suggestions about a few restaurants she'd seen on Instagram. Her only real comment was, "I want everything to be perfect." I took that as her being excited. My mistake. So everything's booked, paid for mostly by me. She contributed to flights. I covered accommodations and most activities. We're leaving in 3 days. I was doing my final check of confirmations, making sure all the emails were in order, when I noticed something weird with the hotel booking for our main stop, Paris. The confirmation number didn't match my spreadsheet. I clicked through, and my stomach just dropped. The booking had been changed. We were no longer in the charming room with the balcony I'd spent an hour choosing. We were in the penthouse suite, the one that costs literally twice what I'd budgeted for the entire accommodation portion of the trip. I called Ella immediately. "Hey, did you change our Paris hotel room?" "Oh yeah," she actually sounded chipper about it. "I upgraded us. The room you picked looked kind of, I don't know, basic. I saw they had a suite available and I just went ahead and booked it. You're going to love it, babe. It has a separate living room and everything." I was trying to stay calm. "But that's double the price of what I budgeted." "Noah, come on. This is our first big trip together. Don't you want it to be special? I just wanted us to have something Instagram worthy, you know. All your planning is great and everything, but you're an engineer. You don't really get the whole luxury travel aesthetic." That stung, but I kept my voice level. "Did you run this by me first, or check if I was okay with the extra cost?" She laughed, actually laughed. "Come on, you're the one with the card, right? I figured you'd handle the boring money part. Let me take care of the fun part. You pay, I make it worth it, that's how it works. Trust me, you'll thank me when you see it." There it was. Laid out plain as day. I'm the ATM. She's the curator of our life together. I sat there holding my phone and something just clicked into place. "If you think the trip I planned is that boring," I said quietly, "then you shouldn't have to suffer through it. I'll handle the rest of the arrangements." She seemed satisfied with that, told me she had to go meet friends for drinks and hung up. I'm pretty sure she thought I'd just accepted it and moved on. I hadn't. That night, I went through every single booking I'd made for the trip, and I started making changes. First, the hotel suite. I logged into my account and transferred the booking entirely into Ella's name. Then I contacted the hotel and explained that we needed the billing split. The suite would be charged to her credit card, which I added to the reservation from her information I had. I sent a confirmation request to her email, buried in the middle of the day when she'd probably just click confirm without reading. She did. Then I rebooked my original room, the boring one with the balcony, just under my name. I went through everything else, the couple's cooking class I'd booked in Florence, canceled the double booking, reserved it just for myself, the romantic dinner cruise on the Seine, changed to a single ticket, the wine tasting tour designed for couples, now a solo experience. Every single activity that I'd planned for 2 people I changed to 1 person. Just me. The tour I couldn't change, I requested refunds for her portion where possible. I kept the flights as is, she'd paid half of those and I wasn't trying to strand her in Europe. But everything I'd paid for and planned, that was now just for me. I spent about 4 hours doing this. The whole time I felt completely calm, clear-headed even. I wasn't angry, I was just done. Done being treated like a wallet with no opinions. Done having my careful planning dismissed as boring by someone who contributed maybe 20% of the trip cost but wanted 100% of the control. When I finished, I sent myself a summary email and went to bed. Best sleep I'd had in weeks. The next 2 days, Ella kept texting me about the trip. Can't wait. It's going to be so amazing. I already have my outfits planned for every day. I just responded with normal stuff. I didn't mention anything I'd changed. And now I'm at the airport. We're about to board. Ella's been taking selfies of us for the last 20 minutes. She has no idea what's coming. I'll update when I can. Edit, we just boarded. She's already asleep with her eye mask on. I'm writing this from 35,000 feet. I still feel completely calm about this. A few people are asking if I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. The suite upgrade would have put me in a financial hole for something I didn't agree to. This isn't about revenge, it's about respect. She made a decision for both of us without asking. Now she can live with that decision. Update 1. Okay, I promised an update and wow, do I have one for you. Sorry it took a couple days, I've been busy actually enjoying my trip. But let me back up and tell you what happened. So we landed in Paris yesterday morning. The flight was fine, she slept most of it, I watched movies and felt surprisingly relaxed. We got through customs, grabbed our bags, and took a taxi to the hotel. The whole ride there, Ella was showing me pictures on her phone of the suite she upgraded us to. I just nodded along. We got to the hotel, it was beautiful. Really old building in the Marais, gorgeous lobby. Ella already got her phone out taking pictures of the chandelier. We walked up to the front desk and she did her thing, we have a reservation with that confident PR voice. The guy at the desk was super polite, looked us up, and then said, "Ah yes, Miss Carter, we have your suite ready. And Mr." He looked at his screen, "Mr. Peterson, your room is ready as well." Ella laughed. "Oh no, we're together. It should just be the suite under my name." The desk clerk looked confused, checked his computer again. "I'm showing 2 separate reservations. A suite for Miss Carter on the 6th floor and a deluxe room for Mr. Peterson on the 3rd floor. Both are confirmed and prepaid through different cards." I watched Ella's face in real time. The confusion, then the frown, then the moment she started to understand that something was wrong. She turned to me. "Noah, what's he talking about?" I kept my voice super calm and friendly. "Exactly what he said. You wanted the suite, so I made sure you got the suite. I kept my original room, the boring one." I don't understand. The suite is in your name, the billing is in your name. I forwarded you the confirmation email a couple days ago, you confirmed it. The room you wanted is all yours. Her eyes went wide. "You're joking." "I'm not. You said I don't understand luxury travel and that my planning was boring. So I figured you should get to enjoy the luxury you wanted and I'll enjoy my boring little room. We both get what we want." The desk clerk was just standing there trying to be professional while clearly watching some drama unfold. Ella's face went through about 15 emotions. She looked at the desk clerk. "This is. There must be a mistake." "No mistake, miss, both rooms are confirmed. Shall I provide you both with keys?" She was looking at me like she couldn't decide if she was angry or if she was going to cry. "Noah, can we talk about this?" "Sure, but first let's get our keys. I'd like to shower and change." I smiled at the desk clerk. "I'll take my key, thank you." He handed me mine, then hesitantly gave Ella hers. She stared at the key card like it was a snake. We moved away from the desk. She was talking fast now. "Okay, this is clearly some kind of statement you're making, and I get it, but can we talk about this reasonably? This is supposed to be our romantic trip." "It is," I said. "You're going to have a very romantic time in your suite. I'm going to have a nice, quiet time in my room." "Noah," her voice cracked a little. "Come on. Don't do this. I'm sorry if I overstepped, okay? We can share the suite, both of us, please. I'm not paying for half of something I didn't agree to. You made that decision by yourself, so now it's your room." "Noah, that suite is like, it's hundreds of euros a night." "I know, that's why I kept my original room." She was looking at her phone now, probably pulling up her credit card app, and I could literally see the moment she realized she couldn't afford this. "No, I can't. My credit limit isn't. I thought you were paying for the rooms." "I'm paying for my room. I didn't book the suite. You did. This is what you wanted." "But I didn't." I thought she was stammering now. "I thought we'd both stay there." Did you ask me that? Before you changed it, she went quiet. Enjoy your suite, Ella, I'm going to go unpack. I headed toward the elevator with my suitcase. The elevator doors closed on her standing there in the lobby, and I felt nothing. No guilt, no anger, just this quiet sense of relief. My room was actually perfect. It was small, yeah, but it had this little balcony overlooking a side street with a cafe below. I unpacked, took a shower, changed into fresh clothes, and headed out. I walked around Paris for 6 hours yesterday. Grabbed lunch at a tiny bistro where I was the only American, sat at a sidewalk table and read my book. Went to a bookstore, bought some postcards, just wandered with no plan. It was perfect. My phone kept buzzing, Ella texting. Where are you? We need to talk about this. This is crazy. Please just come back to the hotel. I texted back once. I'm enjoying the trip, you should too. That night I had dinner reservations at this little wine bar, one of the places I'd booked for 2 people and changed to 1. Just me, a carafe of wine, some cheese, and a book. The waiter asked if I was waiting for someone. I said no, just me, and he didn't even blink. Just brought me bread and treated me like any other solo diner. I was halfway through dinner when Ella found me. I don't know how, maybe she remembered me mentioning the place. She slid into the seat across from me. I've been looking everywhere for you. This place is great. I suggest you find something else to do. No, I'm serious. We need to talk about this. Really talk. Okay. I set down my fork. Talk then. She looked around, conscious of people nearby, and lowered her voice. This is insane. You're being insane. We came here together and now you're just, what, ignoring me, pretending I don't exist. I'm not pretending anything. You wanted a certain kind of trip. I wanted a different kind. We're both having our trips. That's not how a relationship works. You're right, I said. In a relationship, you don't make major financial decisions without consulting your partner. You don't dismiss their work as boring and incompetent. You don't treat them like an ATM. Her face flushed. You're an engineer, you don't understand luxury travel. That's what you said, remember? She looked down. I wanted it to be special. At my expense, without my input. Do you see the problem? She was quiet for a moment, then, so what do we do now? I don't know what you're going to do. But I'm going to finish my dinner, and tomorrow I'm taking a cooking class, and then I'm going to the Musée d'Orsay. The rest of the week I've got wine tastings, day trips, all the things I planned, for one person now. You can do whatever you want with your suite and your time. This is our trip together. No, I said, and my voice was still completely calm. You decided it wasn't. The moment you changed my plans without asking, you decided this was about what you wanted, not what we wanted. I'm just following through. She sat there for another minute, and I could see her trying to figure out if tears would work, if anger would work, if anything would work. Finally, she just stood up. Fine. You want to be petty, but don't expect me to be here when you're done with your little tantrum. She left. I finished my wine, paid the bill, walked back to my hotel through Paris at night, and it was honestly one of the most peaceful walks I've ever taken. I have 5 more days here, then we fly to Florence. I'm genuinely curious if she's even going to get on that flight. Edit. Yes, I know this is probably ending the relationship. I'm okay with that. Some people are asking why I didn't just cancel the trip because I wanted this trip. I planned this trip. I'm not letting someone else's entitlement ruin something I worked hard to set up. For everyone asking about the suite cost, I checked the hotel website. It's about €800 a night for the week we're here. Her credit limit is probably around $3K based on things she's mentioned. So yeah, she's in a bind. Update 2. Holy shit. I need to write this down while it's still fresh because the last 3 days have been absolutely insane. So after that dinner where Ella found me at the wine bar, I went back to doing my thing in Paris. Cooking class the next morning, spent the afternoon at the Musée d'Orsay, had a quiet dinner at a brasserie near my hotel. My phone was blowing up with texts from Ella, but I mostly ignored them. Then Wednesday morning I was having coffee at a cafe near my hotel when Ella appeared, and she looked rough, like she'd been crying for hours. I'd never seen her go outside without being camera ready before. Noah, her voice cracked. I need your help. I put down my coffee. What happened? My credit card. It got declined at the hotel. They tried to run it for the first few nights and it didn't go through. I'm maxed out. I didn't say anything. I called the hotel from my room at like 2 a.m. last night to try to sort it out, and they said if I can't pay by checkout today, they're going to. They're going to call the police. Did you call your parents? She started crying. I did. I woke them up at 3 a.m. Dallas time. My dad answered and he was so confused, and I had to explain that I was stuck in Paris with a hotel bill I couldn't pay, and he lost it. He just started yelling at me. Did he send you money? He said no at first. He said I need to learn to handle my own problems. My mom got on the phone, asking what kind of situation I'd gotten myself into if I was safe. I had to tell them. You and I were fighting and that you'd separated the rooms and I couldn't afford it. My mom finally said she'd wire me enough to cover 3 nights and get me home, but my dad said this is the last time. She was full on sobbing now. People at nearby tables were staring. So did they send it? Yeah, but no, 3 nights, that's it. I have to check out Friday morning and might have to change my flight home too. I can't afford Florence on my own. And my dad, he made me promise to pay him back. Every cent. He's setting up a payment plan. I'm going to be paying this off for months. Part of me felt bad for her, but a bigger part of me thought, this is what happens when you make financial decisions you can't afford. I'm sorry you're in this situation, I said, but I'm not paying for the room you upgraded without asking me. I know, okay, I messed up. I get it now, but can we just go back to how it was? Can we share your room for the rest of Paris and then Florence, please? No, she stared at me. No, you made this choice. I'm not rescuing you from it. She wiped her eyes. You're being so cold. This isn't like you. Maybe you never knew me that well. She sat there for another minute, then stood up. Fine. I hope you enjoy Florence, Noah. I hope it's everything you wanted. She left. I just took my time finishing my coffee. Friday morning, I checked out of my hotel and flew to Florence. The flight was peaceful. No one next to me, just me and my book. The cooking class in Florence was that afternoon. I showed up and the instructor paired me with this Australian guy named James who's traveling solo. We made pasta, drank wine, talked about travel. He asked if I was here alone and I said yeah, my girlfriend and I split up mid-trip. Rough, he said. But mate, Florence is a great place to be single, plenty of beauty to appreciate. He was right. I'm writing this from a cafe in Florence. I have 4 more days here, then home to whatever shitstorm is waiting. But right now, with a glass of Chianti and a plate of carbonara in front of me, I feel completely at peace. Final update, I'm back home. It's been 3 weeks since I landed, and I need to close this chapter because people keep messaging me asking for an update. The flight home from Florence was peaceful. I landed Wednesday evening. By Thursday morning, I knew I was in for it. My phone had 34 missed calls. Not from Ella, I'd blocked her, but from Madison, from other friends of Ella's. I also had a voicemail from Ella's dad, Mr. Carter. His voice was tight with anger. Noah, this is Richard Carter. I think you and I need to have a conversation about what you did to my daughter in Paris. Call me back. I didn't call back, but apparently he was determined. That evening, I got a text from an unknown number. Noah, this is Richard Carter. I'm outside your apartment. I'd like to talk. Please come down. My heart sank. Ella's dad drove 6 hours to confront me. I went down. He was standing by a Mercedes in the parking lot, arms crossed. He was a big guy, probably played football in college. He looked like he wanted to hit me. Mr. Carter, get in the car. We're going to talk. I'd rather talk here. Get in the car. I didn't move. If you have something to say to me, you can say it right here. His jaw clenched. You want to do this in a parking lot? Fine. What you did to my daughter was despicable. You humiliated her. You made her beg us for money at 3 in the morning. Do you have any idea what that phone call was like? Hearing my little girl crying, telling me she couldn't pay her hotel bill because her boyfriend abandoned her. I didn't abandon her. I was 3 floors below her the entire time. You know what I mean. You set her up to fail. No, sir, I didn't. Ella made a choice to upgrade a hotel room without consulting me or considering whether she could pay for it. I chose not to pay for that choice. That's not setting her up to fail. That's her failing to plan. She made a mistake. She's 28. She's old enough to live with the consequences of her mistakes. He stepped closer. Her credit card is maxed out. She can't afford to do half the things she used to do. She might have to work a second job, and you feel nothing about that. I feel bad that she's in that situation, but I didn't put her there, she put herself there. You're a real piece of work, you know that? He was shaking with anger. Ella told me you were cold, but I didn't believe her until now. You engineers, you're all the same. Everything's a calculation. Everything's a transaction. There's no heart. Mr. Carter, with respect, your daughter treated me like a transaction. I was the person who paid for things while she curated the aesthetic. If anything, that right there was a transaction. His face went red. For a second I thought he might actually take a swing at me, but he just got back in his Mercedes and drove away. The weekend was quiet. I stayed in, organized my photos from Europe. Then Monday, something unexpected happened. Ella managed to get through to me. She called from a different number and I answered without thinking. Noah, please don't hang up. I need you to know something. I didn't ask my dad to come to your apartment. He did it on his own. I'm sorry. I sat down. Okay. And I'm sorry for all of it. I've been thinking a lot, I think. I just expect people to give me things without asking because that's how I was raised. My parents always gave me what I wanted and I guess I thought that's how relationships worked. I sighed, but that's not how relationships work, Ella. I know that now, I really do. She was crying. I'm moving back home with my parents. What? Yeah, I can't afford my apartment anymore. I felt a pang of sympathy despite everything. I'm sorry to hear that. It's fine. It's not fine, but it's what I deserve, right? For not thinking things through, she laughed bitterly. And everyone at work knew what happened. Someone saw Madison's Instagram comments and it got around. I'm the girl who got abandoned in Paris because she was too entitled. Ella, no, it's okay. It's true. I was entitled. I thought I deserved luxury just because, and I didn't think about what it cost you or how hard you worked to plan everything. Not until I have to pay for it myself. I really took you for granted. There was a long silence. I don't expect you to forgive me, she said finally. I don't even expect you to feel bad for me. I just wanted you to know I get it now, and I'm sorry. I appreciate that. Are you doing okay? Yeah. I'm doing fine. Good, that's good. I hope you have a nice life, Noah. I really do. She hung up. I sat there for a long time, phone in my hand, feeling, I don't know, sad maybe, not for us but for her. She'd crashed pretty hard and yes, she'd brought it on herself, but it still wasn't fun to hear. As for me, I'm doing okay. Better than okay. Yesterday I booked my Japan trip for next spring. Solo, 2 weeks in Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka. I'm excited in a way I haven't been excited about travel in a while. My apartment feels lighter. My weekends feel more open. I'm living the life I want to live, making decisions that align with my values, spending money on things I actually choose. To everyone who commented and messaged, thank you. That's it. I'm done with this story. Time to write new ones.